Hello everybody and welcome back to your favorite show on a Tuesday, Generation C. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, your presenter for today. Now, today's show is jam-packed with a lot of fun things, interesting things as well. So, we're going to start off first thing first, the My Zone publication that is out today. You can find it on inside as an insert, my Namibian San Republikein and Algemeine Zeitung. So be sure to grab your copy and read more what we got from the Augustinium schools, sports news, different entrepreneurs in there as well. So really fun, really informative. But let us quickly dive into the publication. So on the first page we have Gustav Gipulepo. He's an entrepreneur, so he does a number of things. So when I say a number of things, it is from graphic designing to transportation. So this guy really does it all. So have a look there. And then the article is written by Enzo, one of the journalists, My Zone journalist. And then on the second page, written by Elizabeth Joseph from the South, Rotary Club builds ECD Center. And then we have a vox pop there of the NAS students where we ask them what their view is on the vaccine and if they will be taking it. So go find out what your fellow peers think about the injection or the vaccination. And then the school for this week is Augustinium. So again, in the show you'll definitely hear more about the schools, so definitely go grab your copy. And then we have a featured story from Rivaldo Kavanga where he talks about what you need to know, what's happening in the parliament. So really insightful there. And then Edugate, another school whose news features. And then we also have highlights from the Bucco Desert Festival that you guys can also have a look at by watching the show. We have an interview with Nsozi Mwazi from the Slut Shame movement, and we also have a video of the DololoBox event, the Femtech presentation that took place and the winners that were announced. So definitely enjoy the show, and yes, all the best for this week. Hello guys and welcome back. I'm with Nsozi Mwazi, founder of the Slut Shame movement. Nsozi, please tell us more about the Slut Shame movement, when it started.
Hi, thank you for having me. Yes, as you said, I am the founder and the director of the Slut Shame movement. And basically, when it started, we had the first walk in April 2019, the 6th of April 2019. Yes. But I came together with a few women in late 2018, and I was just tired. Every day I read the newspaper, a woman or a girl were being raped and murdered, and honestly I was just tired and I felt like I wanted to do something. And I didn't like the undertone of victim blaming in the reporting, in the comments made from Facebook. So it reflected how society thinks of the victim, as well as how the media is also controlled to kind of victim blame when they report about these stories. So I wanted to highlight how victim blaming is a problem, and how we should end rape culture. And that's why I decided to have the Slut Shame Walk. And it was actually inspired by the Slut Walk, which happens all around the world. And the first one was in Canada in 2011. Okay. And then also the one that went viral is actually Amber Rose's Slut Walk that happened in LA, and she has it also every year. So then we decided to add the word shame because Nambia really likes to shame the victim a lot. So I wanted to play on the word shame and walk of shame, and just to say we're free of shame and we're taking the word slut back.
Yes. And the past weekend you guys had the walk again. Can you please just also briefly outline what happened during the course of the day?
Okay, well, it was quite an overwhelming, busy day for me personally, but from the feedback we got from the protesters and the people that attended the workshop, they really enjoyed it. They felt free. It was an open space. We had an open mic where different people came, gave poetry, they sang, they expressed themselves, which was also very nice to see a lot of young black women to be so in a free space, because we don't get that a lot, you know. And then also in the workshop we had a nice moment where women were sharing their sexual assault stories as well, and just trying to get clarity on that. And we also spoke about gender identity, because I do believe that a lot of people don't really understand gender identity, so it's important to go back to the basics about the LGBTQI community. So it was a very nice workshop to have. A lot of people enjoyed it. They learned a lot because the point of the workshop was to unlearn and relearn, and we got that. And the point of the second workshop that was happening outside was also a free space for people to enjoy themselves and express themselves and eat and drink cool drink and just socialize and have a feminist workspace that is a safe space. And we had Laudima on the decks who carried us through, and the Secret Sunrise, which had a nice session as well.
Yes.
Yes.
So besides slut shaming, a lot of the feminist belief falls under the slut shame movement. Will that be correct in saying that a lot of feminist ideas?
Yes, definitely. We are an intersectional feminist NGO. So intersectionality means that we bring different parts together. So we come with the LGBTQI community because, as we said, our motto is embracing womanhood through sisterhood, and we support all women, which includes women of the LGBTQI community, which is the bisexual, the trans woman, the lesbian woman, etc. So it's very important to have a feminist movement because we are not free unless all of us are free. So it's important to tackle all these different aspects, but we mainly focus on embracing womanhood through sisterhood and sex positivity, sex education, as well as having a platform for survivors and victims of sexual assault.
And what can we still expect from the slut shame movement in the future?
Definitely we'll have more workshops throughout the year. We'll be collaborating with YFEM Trust and her Nambia, and we'll be having a sex positive or sex educational sexual and reproductive rights workshop soon. It will also be having the Hot Girl Summer workshop and party, which is just a place where women come together and we embrace each other and we uplift each other and we talk about what we've gone through the year as part of the 16 days of activism. So these are just part of the small workshops and events that we'll have coming up.
Everything's still in this year.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, wonderful. And your sponsors, you mentioned a few, but is there more?
Yes, definitely. We had the Namibia Diverse Women's Association. We also had the sponsor Laudima, who came to give us the sound. We had sponsor from House Council. We also had the food vendors who came to sell their food. We had Lisa Ellis, who also sponsored and performed for us a wonderful performance, which everyone enjoyed. We also had Young Feminist Trust, which is also a sponsor, and Flores Cajas came to speak as well. And we also partnered with LEFA, which provided transport for the protesters after the walk. If they did not want to take a taxi, if they felt unsafe, we provided secure transport for the protesters as well. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Nsozi. It was very enlightening to go to the walk and also to hear what the Slut Shame movement is all about. And all the best.
Thank you.
For what's to come.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope you guys disrupt space and...
Definitely. I think it's important that we make a statement, because that's what the slut shame is about. The slut shame walk especially is making a statement that the way we dress does not mean yes. As I said, they like to victim blame, especially blaming our clothing. So that is also one of the highlights of the slut shame walk. And it's important to free the mind from mental slavery of rape culture, because we have such a deep rape culture in Namibia in terms of our values, our traditions. So it's important we disrupt this and we challenge this, and that's why we walk down independence and we say the way we dress does not mean yes. And we'll keep doing this until we get our rights by force or fire.
And that was it from Nsozi Mwazi and from the Slut Shame movement.
Yes.
So you guys can go follow the Instagram pages if you would like to take part in a lot of these workshops and the marches that is coming up next year probably.
Yes, it's always the same time, the first weekend of April. Unfortunately, this weekend we couldn't have it because it was Easter, but usually it's the first weekend of April. As you know, April is a sexual assault awareness month, so it's very important for us to keep within April. So
okay. Yes. Great stuff. There you had it. There you have it from Nsozi, and we will see you guys in the next segment.
What I wear, it doesn't mean it's a yes. What I wear doesn't have to impress any man to come to me. It's what I wear. It's what makes me comfortable. I feel comfortable in what I wear. It doesn't mean yes. So do not touch me. It's not a yes for any man. It's a no. It's what I feel comfortable in.
Your name?
I'm Claudia. Claudia Namises.
Thank you, Claudia.
With your eyes closed, raise your hand if you've ever been slut-shamed for the way you dress. Everyone open your eyes and I want you to look around. We're all sluts. Can you see that we're all sluts? We've been slut-shamed before, and that's why we're here to take the word back. We're here to say that we can be whatever we want, we can dress however we want, that we can behave however we want. It does not mean yes. Raise your hand if you've ever gone to the bathroom with a friend or in a group because you're scared or for safety. You can put your hand down. Raise your hand if you've ever been shamed for your sexual choices or what you wanted to do. As you can see here, everyone has experienced slut shaming at some point in their life. And to me that means we're all sluts. So if men can take slay queen and make it a negative term, we can take slut back and make it a positive term and be a woman whoever, however, whatever. So we're here today for the Slut Shame War, and we're free of shame walking down into the because we've all been shamed here before, and we're here to say we are done. We're done remaining silent, we are free of shame, and we are saying no more. On this movement. We cannot keep doing this every fucking year, but we are. But we cannot keep doing this, but we are, until we get our rights. I would like to read a piece from my favorite feminist, Mona Altaway, from her book, 7 Necessary Sins of Women and Girls. Imagine if we declare war. Imagine if we said, fuck this shit, snap, and systematically killed men for no reason at all other than being men. Imagine this culling stating, starting in one country with 5 men a week. Then each week, how long would it take for the world to pay attention to the killings of men? Would it become a global emergency? A month? 5 months? How many men would have to be killed for absolutely no reason whatsoever than the fact that they were just men? For the world to wonder, what the fuck is going on? Who is behind the madness? Who is talking to the savagery? So who can we talk to so the savagery stops? Who do we invade? Who do we bomb? What did men do to deserve this barbaric? How many men would have to be killed before representatives of patriarchy called an emergency summon to bring a halt to the senseless murders of their own? How many men must we kill until we get patriarchy to the table? How would we feel when they saw so many of their fellow men murdered simply for being like them, just men? Would that change their behavior? Would they change their behavior, walk together for safety, avoid certain areas of town, make sure they were not out beyond a certain time? How would boys feel knowing their gender made them walking targets? How would it make their parents feel? How would it change the way they raised or treated their sons? Would it change the way the boys behaved? This is an intentionally disturbing scenario, I know, but that's what's exactly happening to women every day in the world. 1 in 3 women in Nambia between the ages of 15 and 49 have experienced sexual violence before. And these are only the reported stats. These are only the reported stats. So as you can look around, we have over 50 girls here. And imagine 1 in every of them. So please, today we're here in solidarity to show protection, to show support, and to say we're done remaining silent. 1 in 5 women have been stalked before, and 1 in 6 women have experienced sexual violence from people they know. And this is only the reported. We have 86% of victims that are women and girls of GBV, and 92% of these perpetrators are men. These are only the reported stats. That's why we're gathered here today, to say we are done remaining silent. The way we dress that does not mean yes. And I own my body.
Hi guys, my name is Nsozi, and today was really one of the very, very important days of Slut Shame War movement. It's been long coming because the first Slut Shame was about 2 years ago actually. And this one that we had today was just part of, again, emphasizing and reinforcing the narrative. Those patriarchal narratives that constantly is perpetuated within the scourge of SGBV already. And so this is part of dismantling all the harmful narratives about SGBV, victim blaming. And it's saying it doesn't matter what you wore, what you wear. It doesn't matter also whether there was any implied or perception of what you think someone should be wearing, etc. Women say that, a women gender diverse person say that we can wear what we want, we can wear it whenever we want to, and that does not mean consent. That doesn't mean that we are inviting attention. That doesn't mean that we should be violated. And so this was really today to show again, to send a very strong message to policymakers, to lawmakers, the public out, and to say, we are sluts, we are claiming our bodies, and we will continue to be sluts until the patriarchy falls.
So Save Me Namibia is where you ask, okay, not where you ask, but it helps young people like us to be financially free. So if you download this app, it will definitely help you with your finances and saving.
So it's basically
everything.
Keeping track of your financial.
Yes, keeping track of your financial situation. So basically saving us from
your coin.
Financial ruin. And then we had Jana Marie Backhausdorf from, she is Exploradio. So Exploradio is a tourism related app.
Okay.
So this app is basically telling tour guides or helping tour guides through Namibia and all those kinds of things.
Nice.
And then last but definitely not least, Zapi Mungenje. So she has an app called I Need a Quote Namibia. So I Need a Quote. It is almost like a inventory of different people from the events industry.
Okay.
So whatever event you have, go on the app, ask for a quote. I want to go as far as to say as that it has a lot more other quotes, a lot more other people from the industry.
Yeah,
so you go on this app and then contact the people via the app. So again, it's a database of all the people that
so
you
like
need to
you know,
contact.
I'm like a winter baby, and we're approaching winter. Basically, we're in winter already. So like my birthday is in July, and if I want to like celebrate, have something for my birthday, I can download that app.
You can download
give
the
like
app.
my details, and then they're gonna like a quote for me,
And
like how much I'll
generate a quote for you. And then normally what the process is, if let's say you're in the industry and you maybe need a corporate company to approve a quote, you have to have quotes from minimum 3 different people, 3 different companies. So this database, it will just make things a lot more easier. So all of these apps are made to make our lives easier.
And it's
by
proudly
women,
Namibian.
Exactly.
I love to see it. You know, DololoBox does amazing things, and I am, you know, guys, even you know, here at My Zone, we love you.
And we
DololoBox.
plug you.
And we plug you.
So thank you again to DololoBox,
DololoBox,
the organizers, for having us. It was really insightful.
It was.
It was interesting. So yes, you guys
Amazing.
watch the video and see what's happening.
So Saturday.
Do more research.
Yeah, do more research. So Saturday you attended the Slut Shame War.
Yes.
So how was the energy?
The
Because I
energy
know
was,
you did like the interview. I just want to get it from you firsthand that attended the event.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
how was it?
Okay, so as a journalist, I have to be unbiased. So the energy was obviously very high and very passionate from all the protesters that attended. So the highlights of the event, I would say, would be the workshops. It gave a lot of insight, again, to feminist movements or feminist activism. And not just, it's not just, again, guys, under feminism, there's a lot of activism going on. So they do touch on a lot of issues, gender-related issues as well. So this is not just excluded for females only. So they also heavily focus on the LGBTQ community. So again, their voices are also amplified. So that's just, feminism is a broad concept, and I would, just like to explain that to you guys, to do your research and not just assume that it's just about females.
Yeah, and assume that if being feminist, you're an angry woman and you hate men, which is not the case. So be sure to educate yourself.
Yes, and for a lot of I don't know, I can't speak for the public, but there was a lot of twerking going on, and almost like taking back power, taking back certain terms.
Your sexuality,
taking
your
back
body.
your sexuality and everything, but again, terms that is deemed negative in public, like twerking and slut shaming, all that. Literally taking back that terms and creating and making it more positive.
Amazing. So definitely next year you're gonna go.
As a journalist, absolutely.
I wanna go. I've never been myself. So I've seen it all around, the socials, and I just love, seeing our generation, Gen Z, taking ownership of their bodies and making their voices heard. It's amazing stuff. We're basically doing history.
Yes, definitely. This generation is very good that they're vocal, and just also something that Linda Baumann, she was one of the activists that spoke at the workshop, said that it's great and all that the generation that we find ourselves in is so vocal and really includes everybody, but we should also focus on a lot of other things. So yes, feminist, the activism underneath feminism is good and should be done, but let us not forget the other issues we have in our country, like education, health issues. So perhaps if there's anyone out there that wants to start movements in those directions, go in that direction and let's help each other. We're here to make the community a better place to live in.
And as MyZone, as the youth brand from Nambia Media Holdings, NMH, if you have such movements that you want, people to hear, be sure to hit us on our socials. I mean, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, guys, and Twitter. So be sure to hit us up so you can come in studio and we can just, hear more about your vision that you have. Well, Jenny, I had so much fun talking to you.
I had so much fun talking to you. Thank you for all the happy energy.
Now we need to head over to the video of the DololoBox event that she attended. So make sure to watch it and enjoy.
I'm happy to note that the Femtech project, funded by the Embassy of France in Namibia, aims to support and develop 3 innovative Namibian female tech entrepreneurs through a 10-month incubation program consisting of mentorship, coaching, training, and travel, both locally and internationally, which is great exposure. Further, I am made to understand that the project responds to 3 key focus areas, of course supported by the French and Namibian governments, one being entrepreneurship and supporting small, micro and medium enterprises, supporting gender equality and females in business, supporting innovation and technology as a key contributor to economic development. All 3 areas that will ensure that more and more women become part of the tech industry, enter into data science, but more importantly, they become in charge of where they want to take the industry. Therefore, I wish all the pitching tech entrepreneurs the best of luck, and wish all those involved success in making a statement that women do belong in tech. Thank you very much.
Go.
Right, I'm Dapi Mungenje. I developed I Need to Code Namibia. I Need to Code Namibia is a business app that automatically connects businesses with the right customers while helping consumers find what they need. So the app is, though not officially launched, it's available for download on Google Play Store, and it's linked to over 20 industries and all major towns in Namibia actually. Yeah, so hit it up, download the app and connect your businesses and make sure you're discovered even by those customers who don't even know that you exist. Thank you.
Oh yes, hi, my name is Jana and I'm the founder of Explore Radio, which is an audio guide app for Namibia. And yeah, I'm still catching my breath because I was very nervous before my pitch, but it all went well. Yes.
Hi, I'm Tanya Doringo from Save Me Namibia, a free, fun, user-friendly mobile application that helps young professionals become financially free.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this show. It was so informative to me. I hope it was informative to you guys as well. Don't forget to go grab a copy of the Namibian Sun, Algemene Zeitung and Republikein to have your copy of the My Zone publication to read everything that we just spoke about. And also keep an eye on our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, where you will be finding more news throughout the week. I'm Jeanette Diergaard, and from the My Zone team and me, bye for now, guys.